themselves to this new and complex future. Hi, I'm Jim Carroll. I'm a future trends and disruptive innovation expert. And there is no doubt now that in this global economic crisis and the global pandemic, that we are now in a new and virtual world. But that leadership insight into trends and innovation is more important than ever before. Since this crisis began, I've been working at putting in place a state-of-the-art broadcast studio in my home. My state-of-the-art broadcast studio includes multiple cameras, massive opportunities for special effects, the ability for interactive interviews with a series of guests, text message polls by which we can gauge the insight and attitudes of the individuals in your organization, and interactive Q&A with a global or local audience in this new and very complex virtual world. I can provide so much more than your typical online webinar. I can take your next webinar to the next level with an interactive webinar that will engage and delight your participants in this new world of interactive leadership. And for over 25 years, I have appeared on stage around the world, providing insight to organizations on what they need to do to align themselves to a world in which the future belongs to those who are fast. Organizations like Disney, the World Bank, NASA, and the PGA of America have had me in for my insight on what comes next and what we need to do about it. I'd invite you to reach out to me to have a discussion, and I will bring you into my home broadcast studio to give you a tour of what is possible and how we can take your team forward into this new and complex world in which we need to think big, start small, and scale fast. Futurist Jim Carroll from the home broadcast studio. Look into the camera. I'm in there. It's a virtual world, and we are all part of it. Here's the thing. You are trying to do virtual events using technology as it was in the olden days. That's like it was 6 months ago. But the world has evolved at an extremely fast pace, and you need to pick up the game in terms of what you can do with virtual events, because you need to realize that you need to reach out to your audience in new and different ways. Look, they are inundated. They are pounded by ongoing streams of information, and you got to grab their attention in new and different ways because they are absolutely overwhelmed by the volume, the scope, the number of opportunities that they have for virtual education. And if you aren't picking up the pace in terms of the quality of what you can deliver, you simply are not going to be in the game. And that's why since this crisis began, I've been working incredibly hard in my home broadcast studio to put in place sophisticated capabilities for interaction, multimedia, discussions with your audience, text message polling. We can do it all because it is a new and different world. And every single day I'm working with new stage sets, because what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to figure out how to go from my old life on a big stage in Las Vegas to this new life in a small basement green screen studio that looks like this. I want you to join me, because if you are going to do virtual, you've got to do virtual right. So what you need to do right now is visit the website virtual.jimcarroll.com, and you will find videos like this that will help to take your next online event truly into the stratosphere. And I would like you to do this. Come in for a visit. Give me a call, and I'll bring you in for a tour of what is possible with 21st century virtual studio technology. Futurist Jim Carroll. Let's talk.